defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Listen to me. We're going. We're going. Let's go. Going.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cousins out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, here's Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now Cam, option left. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
That's it. Do something. Hey.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Hey.
Out of the gun, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Minnesota Vikings, they're at 6-4-1. And that Sunday night win last week over Green Bay, that was a big one for their playoff chances, no doubt. But as you pointed out to me before we came on air today, their December slate is rough.
Yeah, they're not messing around, are they? This is the product of what happens when you win your division the year before. You end up playing a first-place schedule. So you play all the teams that won their division the year before, and this is some of the remnants of that, right? They're getting New England, all right? They go there next week. Then they've got to go to Seattle. They didn't win their division, but they were 9-7 the year before. Home against Miami, at Detroit, and then home against Chicago to finish it off with a division clash. It will not be easy, and Chicago's playing awfully well right now.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
All right, now here we go, oh.
Throwing throwing is Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. CD, looking back to Thanksgiving, we had the typical triple header. Did you enjoy while digesting the turkey and pie?
I certainly did, and I think I'm still digesting the turkey and pie. But, you know, you have the traditional ones. You have the Lions who host and the Cowboys who host, and the Lions hosted the Bears this year. And despite the fact the Bears didn't have their starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, how about what Chase Daniel did? They went in there and took the measure of the Lions for the second time in a 3-game span. And then the Cowboys against Washington. I thought that was a terrific game, and Dallas got a much-needed win.
Yeah, Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden they're sitting atop the NFC East.
Yeah, they're tied with Washington, and they split their season series. So a lot of football left to be played in that division. And, of course, we finished it all up. Atlanta at New Orleans. And how strong and how hot are the Saints?
Here's Newton now on second down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be third down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. They will go for it. Now Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now Newton on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one and another first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Cousins now on second down. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Stop made there by Julius Peppers.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Panthers offense trots back out there, and this is a team that has now lost 3 straight, so they were 6-2, now 6-5. You saw their last loss against Seattle. That was a tough one to swallow.
It certainly was, because they couldn't ring the bell in the red zone. That was the problem. They got down inside the 10 and didn't put enough touchdowns on the board, and that came back to haunt them. Now, people are going to look at their schedule and think, okay, they can get right the next 2 weeks, because they go to Tampa Bay and then they go to Cleveland. Well, Tampa can put 500 yards of offense on you at the drop of a hat, and they won last week, so they feel better about themselves. And how about Cleveland? They're on a winning streak. 2 straight wins, and they vanquished Cincinnati last weekend, so none of these are going to be easy for Carolina. Greg Olsen, their tight end, put it best. People said, hey, can you get on a 3-game winning streak? He said, 3. Let's start with 1 and try and get back on the beam.
They also do have to face New Orleans still twice going down the stretch. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Gun. Express! Hey, get right there. Gun.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
To throw on second down is Newton. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On first down, Newton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A shotgun snap for Newton. His throw incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. From the gun, Newton able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Sherrill's to return him. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, that incompletion has me thinking. The Phillip Rivers last week, I know you saw this. You were working, but he only threw one of those that we just saw. One incompletion the entire game. His first 25 passes were complete.
It was so much fun because I actually saw a highlight, cut up that put all of them together, one after the other. 25 straight. Mark Brunell had the record previously, 22 straight for Washington in 2006. He goes 28 of 29. And I don't know about you, but that almost sounds more impressive than if he's totally perfect for the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's got that one blemish, right?
That one blemish really sets it apart and lets you know what he did. 96.6 completion percentage. Good luck trying to break that record, people.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third.
Go ahead. We're going. Let's go. Black flag. Ringo. Where's your hard?
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Knocking it away in coverage, Captain Mutterly.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. With this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll power his way up near the 25. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Do something. Hey.
Newton on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go up top over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Gun. Great.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton forced out to his left. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. A 22-yard scamper. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Receiver.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Gun.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
What's tight? Tight end right.
What is? Right at 8.
Hey. 4 down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch, Charles. Starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong. And I love the imagination that you see in how they play because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent. And the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our game.
Yeah, some people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
White. Move. Listen. Black. Hey, receiver. Right.
3rd and long for Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Tackle made there by Mike Adams, a strong safety. And the Panthers coming out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one complete right side to Funchess. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They get it to him running left. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now come the Vikings. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
First down. Here's Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Oh, what a move. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, here's Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. A good pickup there, a 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, fellas. Hey, get right down.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Newton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. So pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. They snap it to Newton. And that is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. From the gun, here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated.
Well, the pressure gets to him again. K1 short in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Newton's going to throw it. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Newton. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now out comes Minnesota. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And Rudolph has it left side. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Mario Addison in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as
like first, New York to LA, Hawaii and Japan. And I'm a man, at least I'm feeling like I am. Got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand, but don't give a if I'm saying I am. What that even mean? I don't know what you talking about. Why nowadays everybody got a palm out? P.O.P. that'll be me and that be what I rhyme about. I have arrived, all you rappers on timeout. Rap back where you at, everywhere worldwide. I know you've been waiting for this world to collide. B.O.W.Y. take a lily for Lauren, but they take it back like that Marty inside the DeLorean. I am no historian, but here to make my predecessor proud.
Oh, you not allowed?
I put it on everything I really wanna cop out, but I did good for a drop out. How about the coupe? Hands go crazy. Gotta sound swag when the flow get lazy. What up, what good? Where you at? What you been on? Anybody stepping to me, promise to get on. Better hop up on the train for your missing chance to hop up on the train for your missing chance to get on. Mixtape, Bobby, that's the type I spin on. Woo!
In the zone now, everybody know that it's on now. Get in the zone now. No. Said it's on now. Everybody know that it's on now. Get in the zone now. No.
Everybody alive, everybody listening to this fella alive. Come on up for the vibe, come on up for the vibe. Come on now, you gotta survive. Everybody alive, everybody listening to this fella alive. Come on up for the vibe, come on up for the vibe. Come on now, you gotta survive. I said you gotta survive, gotta survive. I said you gotta survive, gotta survive. I said you gotta survive. Woo! I'm back at it, never out of breath like an asthmatic. I done had it, put it. I'm an addict, back in Maryland, living in an attic, flowing erratic, bringing the static, busting like it. I'm battered in the batters, and at it in the matters. My flow the fattest, hotter than the desert in Nevada. Another batter, different chatter, none of it matter. Put it, and listen to the pitter and power, let him shatter. Cause I'm ripping and living and striving to kill it. The ripper, he callin' what go when he flow. And you know, he pursuing it, doing it, moving it, grooving it, some of the record, talking, walking, flipping it, ripping it. No. I'm back at it, never out of breath like an asthmatic. I done had it, put it, I'm an addict, back in Maryland, living in a static, flowing erratic, bringing the static, busting like it. I'm battered in the batters, and at it in the matters. My flow the fattest, hotter than the desert in Nevada. Another batter, on a chitter and chatter, none of it matter. Put it, and listen for the pitter patter, let him shatter. We're ripping and living and striving to kill it. The ripper, he callin', we're going, he flowing, you know. He pursuing it, doing it, moving it, grooving it. Some of the record, talking, walking, flipping it, bringing up. You know I'm ripping and living, striving to kill it. Ripper, he callin', we're going, he flow. Listen, ripping and living and striving to kill it. Alright, we're gonna do this one more time. Listen. I'm ripping and living and striving to kill it. The ripper, he callin', we're going, he flowing. You know he pursuing it, doing it, moving it, grooving it. Some of the record, talking, walking, flipping it, ripping up. Let's go. No. This is what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna test my syllability. You know what I'm saying? I like to call it my syllability. I've been sipping on this right now. That's one of the last songs we recorded for this. So I'm gonna really go off for y'all right now. We're gonna do this in one breath, all right? This ain't no editing. We're gonna do it like this. So y'all ready? Yeah. No. Are y'all ready? Yeah. I'm flipping and living and shoving and killing the ribby, calling it going and flowing and he was assuming and doing and moving and grooving and stopping and rocking and talking and working and flipping and ripping. I'm flipping and ripping, scribbling, I'm ready to go when I fire. You can break it open at the end, you can smoke and choke on a lid, yeah. Slicing MCs like Darth Vader. The head of the second, I was gonna say yeah. Yeah.
Standing, look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty, don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a, in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. No. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of us, if I offend you.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, keep the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from feeling all kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. And then I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy, but like